A pretty entertaining feud in American politics is between Meghan McCain, the daughter of John McCain, and Kari Lake, who just lost her bid for Senate in Arizona. She obviously also ran for governor the campaign season before that. And Meghan McCain is a Republican, and I disagree with a bunch of what she says, of course, but we do agree on our disdain for Kari Lake. And Meghan McCain even sometimes goes further than I'll go in what she puts out there about Kari Lake. So when it was announced that Kari Lake lost her race against Ruben Gallego in Arizona, which means she underperformed Trump in Arizona, obviously, Meghan McCain posted this: "Get in, loser. We're going to lose." And it's her there driving a vehicle of some kind, that reacting to, like I said, the Arizona Senate result. Now, why does Meghan McCain have a problem with Kari Lake? Like I said before, she is a conservative Republican, so you would think that she'd be supportive of Kari Lake. Well, it's because Kari Lake in Arizona, you remember that the late Senator John McCain was a senator from Arizona and sort of became an icon in Arizona. And Kari Lake, as a way of declaring war against moderate Republicans in the state, which has cost her now 2 elections, declared war on, specifically by name, John McCain.
We don't have any McCain Republicans in here, do we? All right, if you get the hell out. It was the party of McCain. And it was I know.
Please do click that subscribe button while you're watching this. I'd greatly appreciate it. Just boom. That's all you got to do. And it makes us much happier.
It was bad. Boy, Arizona has delivered some losers, haven't they? But we have some winners as well. We've got Wendy Rogers right there.
In a resounding 24-3 vote, the Arizona Senate has censured Senator Wendy Rogers.
Lawmakers condemning the District 6 Republican for her support of white nationalism and threats of violence against her opponents.
Right, Wendy? She is the toughest woman I know.
I do not apologize. I will not back down.
And we have...
You had to read that off of a tablet? I will not back down.
So many heroes just like Wendy here in this state.
Okay, you get the point. She loves Wendy, who's crazy, but hates John McCain, who, with all of his faults, had some character and served our country. And was, I guess this is where Kari Lake was getting her cues, disparaged his service specifically by Donald Trump, saying that Trump likes people who weren't captured.
We don't have any McCain Republicans in here, do we?
And it looks like, brilliantly, I've clicked on the exact same link. So moving on from that, you also have this clip of Kari Lake.
We drove a stake through the heart of the McCain machine.
Especially knowing that she'd go on to lose, those moments are so funny because she clearly is saying to herself as she's making a motion, which for our podcast listeners, she with her hand pretended like she was driving a stake through something. The heart of the McCain establishment, I guess. Crazy imagery. But as she's doing it, the pride in her face just denotes, I'm a badass. I'm so awesome. And it's really uncomfortable and very cringy. It's the same thing when she jokingly flipped off the media. Not even jokingly, but then stares at them. Yeah. And she strikes me as someone who got, or sort of saw Trump's success in 2016. And then leaned too much into it, as if she was trying to become a Marjorie Taylor Greene. But Marjorie Taylor Greene can only win in her super red district, not in a statewide election. But Kari Lake keeps seeking statewide elections. And so what happens with these super MAGA folks is they think, oh, I'll just only appeal to the extreme MAGA base. And I'll overtly say, hey, moderate Republicans who I absolutely need to vote for me to get elected because I can't just win with the MAGA base, you suck, get out of here. And I'm going to disparage John McCain as much as I can. And then in this election cycle, she walked back those claims. But she's also said things directly about Meghan McCain, again, daughter of John McCain.
Bottom line is Meghan McCain, she couldn't even sell 300 copies of her book. Nobody's interested. She's irrelevant. And she's part of that establishment swamp section of the Republican Party. And they know their days are numbered. They know it's over. And like a rabid dog who's been cornered, she's thrashing around and trying to throw a fit. It's very much like what she has always done.
So again, I'm not a fan of Meghan McCain. But in this feud, I'm definitely rooting for her. She responded, "This is psycho, unhealthy, and unhinged. If I ever go missing, please check this woman's basement first, please." And so I do support, given that I think Kari Lake is even worse, that she got some satisfaction posting that get in, loser, we're going to lose. And then one other thing here, when Kari Lake called John McCain a hero when he died, but then went on to call him a loser, Meghan McCain responded, "Everyone has been asking me for a comment on this bile trash from Kari Lake. I told people, unfortunately, my family has become used to these kind of disgusting and hateful comments. My father will always be an icon, and the people of Arizona deserve someone better, than Kari Lake." I almost died there. That was crazy. And yeah, I support her sort of tapping on the electoral grave of Kari Lake. And Kari Lake did end up, as I mentioned, walking back those claims and saying, no, I love John McCain. I love McCain Republicans. Moderate Republicans, please, come here. We're all together. Didn't work. They weren't misled. But she does represent a type of politics that is toxic and destructive. And a reminder of how, even though, yes, Trump won clearly, I've discussed why I think that is. I don't think it has to do with Americans at large going, I love the toxicity of MAGA, but instead more backlash to pandemic-related things. But there are a lot of people who do buy into the toxicity. They do love it. And it isn't an electorally viable strategy, at least in a lot of these statewide races, to just appeal to those people. You got to build a coalition, and Kari Lake just torched hers by, for some reason, proactively going after a popular figure in her state. Very strange. Now, Meghan McCain is making her regret it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.